What's going on, everybody? This is Denzel from InnerQuest, and today we're going to be talking about affirmations, right? So first things first, what is an affirmation, right? Now, some of you guys have probably heard about it, right? But you probably hear manifesting a lot of times in culture, right? I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to manifest that. So the reason why manifesting, or affirmations as we'll talk about it, is so important is because in order for you to become someone that you're not yet, you have to be able to imagine and feel yourself as that person, right, in the future. So what we need to do by that is we need to change our mind, right? We have to positively think, right? So positive thinking is super important when it comes to affirmations, right? If we're thinking positive, we're going to be able to overcome a lot of our mental issues that we have, right? So a lot of things with the positive thinking, right, or that might include negative thinking, is you have negative self-talk, right? And so every day when you're going through the day, you're not thinking about it, but your mind mentally, you're like, well, like, oh, this sucks. Like, oh, I don't want to go to this meeting later today. Or, oh, I don't want to do this. Or like, oh, like, this is annoying. Why can't this be easier? Right? We're constantly in our heads being pessimists and just being very down on ourselves sometimes. So what's super important is if you're not a super positive person all the time, right? A way to kind of become more positive is to focus on positive thinking when you do your affirmations, right? So besides that, it's also about self-empowerment, right? So self-empowerment is super important with affirmations because when you're self-empowered, right, you're able to accomplish anything, let's be honest, right? You're able to run through a brick wall at that point. So positive thinking, self-empowerment, these are the two main concepts of affirmations and what gives them power. Now, when you're practicing an affirmation, what does that technically look like? Well, for the most part, it's either written down, right? So I'm gonna write these down. So ways to do affirmations. And so this is gonna be really, really important because if you really wanna make these things you wanna become that person that you're looking to become, you have to make sure that you're practicing it in these different ways and using them all, right? So ways to do affirmations. So one, you write them, right? You say them, so speak affirmations. And then also, besides writing and speaking, visualization, right? So super important when it comes to affirmations. So the reason why you want to write them, you want to speak it, and you want to visualize it, when you combine all those areas, right, of thought, your intention is fully focused on that, right? So if you're just speaking it, yeah, I'm going to be the best basketball player. I'm going to be the best basketball player, right? Once you keep saying it, you kind of start to believe it. But on top of that, when you actually write it down, for some of you people that are kinesthetic learners that learn, right, by doing, so you need that integration. It kind of helps the subconscious mind connect to it. So when you write it, I am going to be the best basketball player. I am going to be the best basketball player, right? Notice how I'm saying I am, right? You're already assuming that you are that person, right? Which plays a huge role in actually becoming it. So write it down, speak it, right? We got two. The last one, this one takes some practice, but visualization, right? In order to really make it all come together, you have to be able to visualize it actually happening in real time, right? In real life. So picture your future self, right? I am the best basketball player ever, right? And just think about what that might look like, right? You absolutely destroying the other team on the court, dribbling through people, scoring every basket, things like that. A really great example of this is Michael Jordan, right? The all-time best basketball player to ever live, honestly. And he would visualize every time before he went on that court. He was always locked in. He would always talk to himself in terms of that. And he helped to also bring his team to that level too. So when you practice affirmations and you practice writing, speaking, and visualizing, not only are you becoming a better version of yourself, you're also, like, people will notice that. Like, you'll go and do something and you'll be somewhere else and people will kind of be like, wow, like, that person's attitude's kind of different. Or, like, they kind of changed a little bit, right? So not only is this going to help you get to your goals, this is literally going to make you feel like a way better person, right? So this brings me to my next point about timing of doing this. Now, there's a couple really cool studies. Joe Dispenza, by the way, and also Wayne Dwyer, are amazing resources, like amazing resources. So if you ever want to learn a little bit more and dive a lot deeper, right, they're also great things. I can link some stuff down below for you guys or in the video after. But what we want to do, right, is timing of this. So when it comes to timing of affirmations, what we want to focus on, right, is what is going to be the best time, right? So I would say morning, afternoon, and then evening too. Now, why do I say that, right? In the morning time, right? Right when you wake up. Right when you wake up, you should be doing this. Now, the reason why you should be manifesting and doing this stuff with affirmations is that you need, when you wake up in the morning, your brain's fresh, right? Super fresh. You just woke up from sleeping. So it's the best time to set the tone for the day and focus on that. So if you want to set the tone, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make sure that you're focused and you really you're bringing that energy, right, into your day. So when you start doing those affirmations, like, I'm going to have the best day, I'm going to crush this interview, I'm going to crush this meeting, I'm going to make this sale, whatever that is for you in the morning, do the affirmation, right? Write it down in a journal, right? Visualize you making the sale, doing that thing, and focus on it. So right when you wake up. Then the middle one, a little bit more optional. I know some of you guys have some crazy days out there and you can't really get to the side for 5-10 minutes. But I'm telling you, if you take the 5 to 10 minutes to just kind of recenter yourself in the middle of the day, right? I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to help a lot. So that one's going to be midday for you. Okay? And last but not least, evening. What do you think I'll probably say here, right? Right before you go to bed. So before bed, right, we're going to focus on making sure that we do those affirmations. Now, the reason why we're doing it before bed, this is an amazing time to do them. Why? Because once again, you're settling down, you're relaxing, you're about to go to sleep, and it's also a really great way to, once again, you're basically programming, right, your mind, your body to integrate what you're doing, right, before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. So these are the two best times, right? The absolute two best times if you're going to be doing your affirmations, right? This is a bonus. But these two are super essential, right? Because what you're doing is you're really just setting yourself up for your body to integrate the changes that you're speaking to, the emotions that you're trying to feel, to make sure that you have that edge, right? Because once again, when you're doing your affirmations, you have to feel it. You have to feel it. Feel it. So important. You have to feel it, right? Because if you're not feeling what you're doing, if you're not feeling the affirmation, if you're not feeling what the success, the wealth, whatever you want in life, if you're not feeling it as a reality, then you're going to be constantly stuck, right? This is why people specifically who they're always negative, they're always talking about this negative, that negative, you notice that they're not really changing a whole lot, and that they usually end to just keep finding things that are negative. There's never a switch until they go inside themselves to make that change, right? So you have to go inside yourself. When it comes to affirmations, you need to make sure that you really think about something good, something positive, right? Self-empowerment, and just everything in terms of that. Because if you combine all this stuff together and you do it consistently, right? I'm talking every single day, you will notice a massive change, right? After the first month, after the first couple of months, you will start to notice it'll just become natural and you'll feel a lot better doing it. So this is just the basics on affirmations. We'll talk a little bit more about it in level 2. But with that being said, guys, have a great rest of your day. And yeah, there's also a little homework assignment. Make sure that you're doing your affirmations, right? So first things first, let's just start it in the morning, right? Let's start it in the morning before the day starts. You wake up, don't immediately look at your phone, right? Keep that down. Just focus on waking up, doing an affirmation, and then going through your day, right? As you're getting more comfortable, as you're building that consistency, start to do it. Maybe we'll do it in the afternoon, right? Do it in the evening, right? And the afternoon one, that's the hard one, right? Because it's in the middle of the day with everything going on. So make sure that morning, evening, and then once again, work on that afternoon. But anyway, guys, go crush it. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. See you next time. Thank you.